So I want to start off really quick. I learned this from Mel Robbins, and I use it for myself, so I want you ladies to use it every day. She says, when you wake up in the morning, you look in the mirror before you walk out that door, and you give yourself a high five. And that makes your brain feel empowered, just like every sports player does that when they do something good. When I have a bad day or I'm waking up in a rush and I know that I'm not gonna make it, I'm like, high five, high five. And it just activates it. So really use this every day. This PowerPoint that I'm gonna be doing is called The Journey. And why the journey? Because we all have different journeys, whether it's personal, business, your family relationship, everything. This is a journey that you live in life. I'm gonna start it off with a quote that I absolutely love because it just resonates with me so much, because that's the way that we did it. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one single step. And everybody's always afraid to take that one step because of whatever reason it is. So make sure that you have a CEO mindset when you're doing anything in life, because that's the way that I have been able to get through my life since I was 18 years old. Myself and my husband met when I was 18 years old and he was 22. We both come from very, very humble family. No money at all, no entrepreneurships, no nothing. So when I met him, we started dating and he goes, I'm not gonna be your normal guy working 9 to 5. And I said, okay. He goes, that's not my deal. I want to be my own boss. I'm going to run my own business. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do. I'm like, okay, I didn't really know anything about entrepreneurship at 18 years old, coming from a really poor family. No clue. I was working. I had dropped out of high school in 10th grade. He had dropped out of high school in 9th grade. We didn't know each other. Went to the same school, but he's 4 years older than me, so we never met during high school. I looked at him and I'm like, he goes, you're gonna take the journey with me? Because if not, it's just not gonna really work, because I'm not gonna be that corporate guy, nor that 9 to 5. And I looked at him and I said, well, I'm already at the bottom. I'm gonna take the journey with you, because if I fall, I'm not gonna really hurt myself. I don't have anything to lose. So I looked at him, I said, let's go for it. We're gonna take this journey. Where it's gonna go, I don't know. But then I looked at him, I'm like, we don't have $1. How do you think you're gonna run a business? How are we gonna, he goes, it doesn't matter. We're gonna do this. And I said, okay, let's go for it. So we started many businesses, and of course, they failed. We didn't have the money. We didn't have resources. We didn't have the knowledge of how to run a business. But what we did was that when we did those failures, we didn't fall in a hole and get covered up and say, oh my God, I failed. I'm not gonna do this no more. Cry and not get out of that hole. What we did with that was that we wrote down the mistakes. What did we do wrong? Why didn't this happen? What happened? So we would take those failures and we took them in as our university degree that we didn't have. We took them in and said, okay, these are what we did wrong. And most of the time was that we just didn't have the money, because in order to run a business, you need money. That was one of our biggest, but there was other failures, so we wrote them down. The next step we took, we started another business. And again, it didn't work out. Money was the main reason, always. But we kept on going. 6 months later, I get pregnant by mistake at 19 years old. During the day, he had my daughter, and he would do these facts. He would solicit business. He was a great salesperson. So he would solicit the business. At night, when I would get back home, I would do the typing, because it was a typewriter, and I would do the faxing to all of the businesses that he was soliciting or working on. At that time, we started making progress with this business because we put all of our failures and we put them into this business, and we said, we cannot do this, we gotta do it this. And being so focused, at that point, we lost touch with our friends, our families. We didn't travel, we didn't go out, there was no dinners, there was no nothing. So for us, the PMA all day and non-refundable minutes is what made us be able to be successful in the business we started. And this business that we started with the $1,700 that my mom lent me until 2019 that we were able to sell the business for $1 billion evaluation. There's 3 avenues that I want you to think about. You have your personal, which is your relationship with your spouse. You have your professional, which is your business, your schooling, you work for somebody, your employment, whatever it is, your business, your professional. And then you have family, which nobody really understands that there's 3 different avenues when you talk about goals and journeys in your life. A lot of people, I guarantee you, if I ask here, what is success for you? Everybody's gonna say money, to be rich, to be rich. I wanna be rich, I wanna be rich. Well, success is not measured by money, by no means. And trust me, I've been down in the ground, like as low as I could be. I've been in the middle, I've been on the top. Success is not money. Success is what you feel, that you can feel proud of something you did, something you accomplished, something you did with your family. That's success. But a lot of people take success differently. So if success is money for you, you gotta let your partners know. You gotta let your business partner know. You gotta let your kids. Now you're in a path of a journey that you need to stay forward. And they're there, but they have to understand that you might be missing out. It might not be, for some housewives, it might be success that you have raised your children and that you've gotten them to college. Ups, downs, good, bad. This is it, guys. 3 things: communicating effectively, compromising as needed, romancing, and edifying.